AI music is amazing, but how do you get a singer or style that sounds consistent, song after song? That's where Suno's Personas come in. Personas are saved profiles that capture the unique style, voice, and vibe of your track. Instead of random results every time, you can lock in a sound and keep using it across multiple songs. All right, let's learn about Suno's Personas. So we'll start here, Suno's Personas. So what are personas? So let's check it out here. So personas are like the stuff that makes a song specific, and it captures it really well. So we could say they're saved profiles that capture the qualities of a specific Suno-generated song. So of your list of songs that you've made in Suno, you can go through and choose which ones you want to turn into personas. And they go beyond the styles. And so what do I mean styles? If we look up here in Suno, there's different fields that we have to fill information into. And one of them is the styles field. That's where we describe the type of song that you want for this specific song. But personas go a little further than styles, because if you make a single style, let's say we're just going to do a rap and punk, and well, here let's clear that. Let's say we're going to do a K-pop Latin song or whatever. Every time we hit create, it's going to create different versions of a K-pop Latin song with these specific lyrics in it and stuff. But if you want to have more of a song that sounds the same over and over, then that's where personas come in. So what kind of things repeat when you use a persona? So when we're doing personas, we capture the qualities of whatever specific song we want to turn into a persona. So for instance, the uniqueness of a person's voice, or the timbre of the vocalist's voice, is one of the main things that personas do a pretty good job at capturing and being able to emulate over and over again. Also the instrument types that are in the original song, and also the sound, the timbre of the instrument types. So like you could have 10 different saxophones, songs with saxophones in it, and each one of those saxophones is going to sound different. So it tries to capture the specific sound of those specific instruments within that persona. So that's another feature. And the overall style and the overall vibe of that song that you turned into a persona. All these elements are captured within the persona. And it's not 100% reliable either. There are sliders. If we come up to the advanced options in Suno, there are sliders like weirdness and style influence. So I suppose the more you jack style influence up and turn weirdness down, it's going to sound more and more like the original persona. So maybe you don't want it to sound exactly like. So we might back it off and just say like, let's do 70% style influence and 30% weirdness or something like that. And that might be a good place to start, and then go from there. But the main thing I think is that it captures the lead vocalist's timbre of their voice, the way their voice sounds specifically. Okay. So what can personas do? Personas are really good at creating consistency, and when I talk about consistency, I'm mainly talking about the same lead singer. To me, that is the best feature of personas, because then you can create a band sound. So not only do the instruments and instrumentation and vibe and feel sound about the same, but you also get a very similar sounding lead singer. Now again, it only works about 50% of the time. So as far as I've found out so far, but that's not too bad. So every 2 songs you make, you're probably going to get one that sounds like the original singer. So I think that's a pretty good hit rate. And so the beauty of consistency is that you maintain a cohesive album feel. You're creating the lead singer sounds the same song after song after song after song, which is very nice. The other nice thing about having personas is you can quickly try out different genres for a certain song. Like up here from ChatGPT, I've got this song called I Never Knew I'm a Dinosaur. And this is a song ChatGPT and I just created. We'll be using this in a few minutes here. But let's say I when I made it, I was thinking, okay, it's going to be kind of a pop song or something like that. But is that the best genre for these lyrics? I don't know. So the beauty of personas is that we can take these lyrics, come over here into Suno, put them in to the lyrics section right here, which I've already done. They're ready to go. And then instead of using styles and coming up with new original styles over and over and over, instead we can go up here to persona, click on personas, and here is my list of all the different personas that I've created in the past. And so I can quickly just zip up and down through this list and try out varying styles without having to come up with brand new styles time after time after time. And that way I can kind of get a very rapid idea of where these lyrics really shine. Is it punk rock? Is it pop? Is it country and western? Is it reggae? Who knows? So until we try all different genres, we're not going to be exactly sure what style what style these lyrics fit best in. So that's another nice thing about having a list of personas to choose from. Okay, and so how do we make these personas? How do I make them? So usually what I do is I go through my library of Suno songs, right? And I'm picking specifically from the songs that I've already given a thumbs up to. So in Suno up here, we can look, and under your workspace, you can see sometimes there'll be, in your past you've said, oh, this is a good song, I'm going to give it a thumbs up, boom. And so if you want to go through a bunch of your songs really fast and look for the thumbs up specific songs, just go over here and click on liked songs. And now Suno's going to filter all your songs by all the ones that you liked specifically. Now, not every song that you've liked is probably you're going to probably want to turn into a persona. So you got to kind of be choosy about which ones you pick and which ones you skip over and stuff. But usually when I'm making songs and stuff, every once in a while I'll come across a song and I'm like, this is a great song or whatever. This song right here, or maybe it's on page 2 or 3 or whatever. And so like, oh yeah, Surfing into Happiness, I love this song. So then what I do is once I figure out which specific song I really want to turn into a persona, I come over to the side, I click on the 3 little dots, I come down to the create thing, and then go over to make persona. I'm going to click on this, and now we have this little box here that says create a persona right here. Create a persona. And this persona is going to be based on that song, Surfing into Happiness with You. And so, I just clicked on something. I'm not sure what I did. Hold on. Let's cancel that. I'm going to redo that really quick. So we come over, boom, create, make persona, Surfing into Happiness with You. And we can name it something else if we don't want to. We can name it, or we can just add a description, and we can add a photograph, and we can decide whether we want to make it public to other people on Suno's platform or not. Usually I just give it a quick name, so it'll be like upbeat pop rock song, and the vocalist is 20s, is in their 20s, male vocalist or something like that. Male or female. So yeah. Actually, I think this one is a male vocalist. Yeah. So we're just going to stick with male vocalist on this one. And then we hit save. And now, when we come up to personas, boom, the very first slot, upbeat pop rock song, vocalist in 20s, male. So we know more or less what that persona is going to give us, what genre or what style that's going to give us really quickly. So we don't have to rethink about, it's like, how should I craft this style or whatever. No, you don't have to. Once you have a library of personas to work from, you can quickly test out all different variations of your lyrics. All right, so let's try out personas. Now, today, we're not going to make an album with a single persona. Let's do that one in an upcoming video. For now, we're just going to try one song with different personas. All right? So, since we have I Never Knew I'm a Dinosaur, the lyrics all ready to go, let's try it out in some different personas. So what I did is I copied the lyrics from here, from ChatGPT, copy, and we'll just clear out these lyrics here in Suno. And over in Suno, then I just paste all the lyrics in there. And typically we would come down to styles, but instead we're going to go to persona, and we're going to click on persona. So let's pick that persona that we just made for the first one. We'll try this one out first. And now if we look in styles, you can see that it's completely been filled in for us. A mellow lo-fi pop track with vinyl crackle, warm jazz-inspired chords, etc., etc. So, and what's the song called? I Never Knew I'm a Dinosaur. So let's just add that in down here into the song name field. I never knew I'm a dinosaur. So let's use that. Now under weirdness, we're keeping it at 30. Under style, we're going to try to really kind of use the original style a little more than normal. So I'm bumping that up to 70. And audio influence, let's just leave that loose. Okay. And so we will click on this. That will begin to generate. Okay, there we go. I Never Knew I'm a Dinosaur. And then it says upbeat rock song, vocalist is 20s male. And that's the title that we gave this one. So right away we know exactly what this should sound like. These two should sound like. All right, now let's go to the style area and we will click the trash can. So I cleared out the styles and we still have the up at the top of the song here, it says upbeat pop. So this is where the persona is sitting right here. So we got to delete this before the personas feature becomes available again. So now let's go ahead and pick another persona. Let's try hot female teen pop bubbly. And again, it will just put all the information from that original song into the style for us. And we'll just hit create. Let's see, do we still have the title? Yeah, okay, good. I Never Knew I'm a Dinosaur. So we're trying out different genres very quickly now. That's the beauty of this. Hot female teen pop buddy. Okay, let's delete that. Create another persona type. Groove machine, funky cool. Okay, sure, why not? And it was the original song was an instrumental. I've got instrumental here. So this will be interesting to see how the vocal part is interpreted by Suno. So let's go create. All right, and we'll do one more since we're on a roll. And let's grab the persona again here. And what should we try? Male modern rock, mellow modern rock, female famous modern sound pop, ultra modern. Let's go way early. Let's go all the way to some really early ones here. All right, let's do a modern indie sound. That was one of my first personas that I ever did. So let's see how that sounds. Even though just so you know, even if you made one of these personas a long time ago, and maybe the version wasn't 5 when we made it, it will update. It will take the style and put it in this current most best style. So that's great, because this might have been made in version 2. Now we're on version 5, and we get the benefit of the persona from way back introduced into this modern version of Suno. So let's create this one also, and this will take a few minutes. So we will come right back when these are done. All right, so I haven't listened to any of these yet. Let's hear for the first time what these different personas sound like. Okay, so I Never Knew I'm a Dinosaur. The first 2 we did were for an upbeat pop rock song, vocalist in their 20s, male. You know what? This may be male or female though, because I did not specify male. So we'll see what happens. Oh, much more mellow than I expected. Oh, female. Okay, I should have specified in the advanced options, male. All right, here's the lyrics. We can just watch. You can also check out the lyrics in Suno.
I thought I was timeless, thought I was bold, but these dino bones are feeling old. Every trend is gone before I start. I'm a museum piece with a beating heart. I never knew I'm a dinosaur. In this fast-paced world I move too slow. The future's knocking, I'm still at the door. I never knew I'm a dinosaur.
Okay, so let's listen to the second one, and hopefully it's still a female, because then we can judge whether the voice sounds the same or not. So let's listen to the second one now.
I'm still carving love notes in stone.
Ooh, that sounds the same to me.
Right on their phones, I move like a fossil fuel flame.
So that's a good sign. So we got both of these tracks sound like they're from the same female vocalist. And that's also good to know. I wasn't sure about that, actually. So even though our persona said male in it, because I think that's what it was originally, if I'm using these advanced options, if I'm using these advanced options here in Suno, I should specify male or female. So that's something I'm learning right along with you guys. Okay, next up we got hot female teen pop buddy, and again, I didn't specify the gender, so let's see what happens with these. I didn't specify the gender with any of these, so oops. Anyway, that's part of life, I guess. Let's listen to hear what we've got though. All right.
I'm still carving love notes.
Of course, it's a guy's voice. I'm 0 for 2.
Fuel flame, burning slow while they're racing the game. I thought I was timeless. with my tapes, they stream in 8K. I rewind escapes.
Okay, cool. So that was a male vocalist. So let's listen to the second one and see if it's a male vocalist. Maybe we get lucky with this one also, like the last one.
Still carving love notes in stone while the world's swiping right on the phones.
Okay, it sounds like the same singer, but they did some like different miking techniques. They're pushing the highs a little stronger in this one. So when I go down to this area where it says accuracy is about 50%, this time I think it's the same singer actually, but they just used different effects on his vocal track. So that's interesting.
I move like a fossil fuel flame, burning slow while they're racing the game. I thought I was timeless, thought I was bold, but
also he's using falsetto a lot more too. So it could be the same guy's voice, but it's also adding in some falsetto. So that's interesting. All right, let's move on to the third persona. And this is from the Groove Machine Funky Cool. And this was an instrumental to begin with. So I don't know what the vocals would have sounded originally because there weren't any. So let's listen.
whoa, I'm still carving love notes in stone
Okay, male vocal.
while the world's swiping right on their phones. I move like a fossil fuel flame, burning slow while they're racing the game. I thought I was timeless, thought I was bold,
I like it.
no bones are feeling old. Every trend is gone before I start. I'm a museum piece with a beating heart. I never knew I'm a dinosaur. In this fast-paced world, I move too slow. The future's knocking, I'm still at the door. I never knew I'm a dinosaur. Lost in Jurassic time with
Okay, so that jangly guitar, that was in the original song. I remember this instrumental now. As soon as I heard that, I was like, oh, okay, that's from this song. Cool, cool, cool. So that took, not only did it take the instrument type, but it also took the what do you call it? The motif, the motif of the original song, and added it into this new version with these lyrics and everything. All right, so let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here is the second version of the Groove Machine Funky Cool instrumental version. The first one had the male voice added in. Let's see what we get with this second version.
I'm still carving love notes in stone.
Okay, that sounds very similar. Let's listen to the first. Yeah, that sounds like the same guy. Okay.
Still carving love notes in stone while the world's swiping right on the phones. I move like a fossil fuel flame, burning slow while they're racing the game.
Also, what I'm really noticing is the similar groove. The groove is behind it all is very similar between these two tracks, and that is also coming from the original song that the persona was based on. So that's nice. That's nice, because if you really, that's like the overall style and vibe is still there. It's really there still. And that really helps to sell it, especially when you're making an album and stuff and you want like 5 tracks that sound very similar to each other. You may have to play with the style influence and the weirdness factors over here to get some variation. You don't want each of your 5 songs to sound the same, but But by varying some of the style, influence, and weirdness, I think you'd be able to hopefully hang on to the lead vocalist timbre, the same sounding voice, plus give it a little bit more freedom to go in different directions with the instrumental timbres and style and vibe. So next we've got modern indie sound. Now this is from a very old Persona. I'm not sure exactly what version of Suno I was on when I got this. Maybe 3. I'm not sure when Personas came out exactly. I can't remember. But let's try this out. And this was, I believe, I can't remember if this was an instrumental for originally or not. But let's listen to it anyway.
I'm still carving love notes in stone while the world's swapping right on the phones. I move like a fossil fuel flame, burning slow while they're racing the game. I thought I was timeless, thought I was bold, but these dino bones are feeling old. Every trend is gone before I start. I'm a museum piece with a beating heart. I never knew I'm a dinosaur in this fast-paced world. I move too slow, the future's knocking, I'm still at the door. I never knew I'm a dinosaur, lost in Jurassic time with my tapes. They stream in 8K, I rewind escapes. Meteor moments crash down too fast. I'm trapped in amber, stuck in the past. I thought I was timeless, thought I was cool, but I paint my dreams like a cave wall tool while the world goes viral overnight. I'm a dodo with a dream inside. I never knew I'm a dinosaur, and in this fast-paced world I move too slow. The future's knocking, I'm still at the door.
I like it. I like it. No wonder I made a persona for it, because it just sounded nice. Sounded good. All right, let's listen to the second one, and let's see if the same vocalist is in the second one.
I'm still carving
Yep.
love notes
That sounds exactly like the same person.
in stone while the world's swiping right on the phones. I move like a fossil fuel flame, burning slow while the
Hold on. Is this the exact same song?
I'm still carving love notes in stone while the world's swapping.
Okay, they're very similar.
I'm still carving
This
love notes.
this one has a little more sharpness or whatever, cleanness to the mix. This one sounds a little more
I'm
muddied.
still carving love notes in stone.
Yeah, this one sounds a little more
Still
modern.
carving love notes in stone while the world's swiping right on the phones.
And so that's where style influence still has 30%. It's only up to 70%. So by giving a little bit of freedom to Suno, we continue to have the same vocalist singing in both versions, but one sounds like kind of like maybe like a 90s version, one sounds like a much more modern version
I'm still carving love notes in stone while the
compared to this one.
I'm still carving love notes in stone.
Yeah, the soundstage is much broader on the second one. I'm hearing it. Whoops! I'm hearing the sound going much further out to the sides.
Stone while the world's swiping right on the phones. I move like a fossil fuel flame, burning slow while they're racing the game. I thought I was timeless, thought I was bold, but these dino bones are feeling old. Every trend is gone before I start. I'm a museum piece with a beating heart. I never knew I'm a dinosaur in this fast-paced world. I move too slow. The future's knocking, I'm still at the door. I never knew I'm a dinosaur, lost in Jurassic time with my tapes. They stream in 8K, I rewind escapes. Meteor moments crash down too fast. I'm trapped in amber, stuck in the past. I thought I was timeless, thought I was cool, but I paint my dreams like a cave wall tool while the world goes viral overnight. I'm a dodo with a dream inside. I never knew I'm a dinosaur
So there you go. So Suno did a really good job on these different versions, I think. It really held the timbre of the vocalist's voice for both versions. I think all four of these examples that we went through had the same singer between this one and 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 this one. Oops. Oh well, we'll go back. So that's really cool. The instrumentation sounded similar between both versions also, but there were differences, which is nice. So those advanced options do give us some nice things to choose from. And the overall style and vibe did remain as far as I can remember. Maybe there's a slight difference in the earliest one that we listened to, but so Personas, man. Suno's Personas can really speed up your ability to figure out what genre to go into at a deeper level. So, like, I really liked most of these. Sometimes lyrics work across all different genres. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they really fit like one genre like a glove. And so being able to find that specific glove takes, instead of taking a lot of time, just use personas. Drill down through all your personas, find where your song should sit, and then use that maybe as the basis for your album. In short, personas let you save the DNA of a song, the voice, instruments, and feel, and reuse it. No more guessing, no more starting from scratch. You get consistency and control. If this helped, subscribe for more Suno tutorials. I've got step-by-step guides, creative challenges, and advanced tips to help you make music that actually sounds like you.